Hello there, this is a quick demonstration of West Chase Tech's DCUCI, or our UCS Implementation Lab environment. Now, as you can see on the right here, we are looking at an example of what one of our student VMs looks like. So as long as our students have IP connectivity, no matter where they're located, they'll be able to RDP into this student VM. Now the VM has all of the applications needed for the lab environment, and it's going to have IP connectivity with our UCS environment and our UCS domain. This is real hardware, and when we actually were to map to our UCS address, our virtual IP address of 10.1.10.100, from this view our student would be able to launch UCS Manager. Now I've already entered the credentials for us just to speed things up, but notice we are running 2.1 code. It's a little bit of a newer version of code from what we're running in the actual courseware. The courseware talks about 2.0 code, but the Delmar code, the 2.1 code, is heavily in use today. Part of the reason why that is for things like multi-hop FCOE. Now, as we can see, this is our UCS Manager interface over here on the right, and over here on the left is an example of our lab guide. Now our lab guide does have step-by-step instructions for the students, in addition to some screenshots for clarity. Now when we look at our lab guide, essentially what we'll see is not only step-by-step instruction, but also some additional notes. This part of the lab guide is where the students can provision their logical addressing, like a WWNN pool. So we're about 115 pages into our lab guide, and one of the things that we can do is go ahead and provision that WWNN pool. So if we were to go ahead and follow some of the directions as listed in the lab guide, we could give this a name. Let's say, for example, I'm pod 18 and call this pod 18 WWNN. If I wanted to hand these out in sequential order, I could select that option, and then I could go ahead and follow in this table the addressing that is going to be unique to this pod. Eventually this pool is going to be used when we provision our service profiles. In this lab, we do provision a service profile. Actually, we end up provisioning multiple service profiles, one to demonstrate booting to a fiber channel SAN, and one to demonstrate VM facts. Thank you so much.